The Declutter Effect.
Now, let's talk social media trends. Anyone?
I feel like every marketing podcast and YouTube channel has at some point an episode or video like this, which is about trends. And it usually comes at the beginning of the year or
Mhm.
maybe at the end of the previous year. So I feel like this episode should have come either on January or December of last year. And because we're in the creator economy and in the digital marketing space, it's always ever evolving. We can't
Agree.
not have an episode like this, right? I mean, we
Mhm.
simply can't skip an episode about trends. I feel like keeping up to date with social media trends can feel like going to the doctor. You don't always enjoy it. Sometimes you fear it, you're afraid of it, but it's necessary. And when you go through it and you come out the other side, it's actually exhilarating. And it gives you that peace of mind that you did the right thing.
Well, that's actually an interesting comparison, and I think it boils down to what type of person you are.
True.
If you like anticipating things and crunching the data like me, then you want to always be on the lookout and you want to soak up as many updates as you can. You want to be in the know so you can interpret collected data and execute properly.
Yeah, I see you every morning and going through your email, your inbox. It's like the new way of reading
A
a
newspaper.
newspaper, right? Yeah, like when our dads or our grandpas used to read the newspaper before, that's what the inbox is now. And you go through all those newsletters, those email marketing. And if you're someone like me who's more on the creative thinking side, these trends can be a bit overwhelming and worrisome for you. You can get lost in your thoughts, you feel like drowning, or you drown yourself with overthinking to the point of no return, worrying about things that actually aren't even there. And have you heard of analysis paralysis?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so
It's common nowadays because
yeah, you
we're
feel
experiencing it on level 4 and at the end of the day, even the minor decision makings that you need to do
decision overload
mhm,
causes analysis paralysis. So
paralyze you.
yeah. At least for me, I try to be more disciplined with my work routine, but I do have to admit, I rely heavily on motivation. Whereas you,
Yeah, I am big on discipline. I like keeping my routine, my schedule, my diet, and my study time. And yeah, part of my routine is really to keep updated with what's going on in ins and outs, the digital marketing space, and
right?
just the creator economy and business news in general. But basically, I'm curious about what's happening
It's the curiosity.
next.
Yeah.
Whatever data I can get my hands on, I can't help but consume and then share.
You're actually the perfect evangelist for digital marketing, and I love it. So, yeah, let's talk about those trends. Can you cite your source?
Yes, so this is from HubSpot and Brandwatch. It actually came out in Q1, so most of this we're already seeing unfold
Unfold, yeah.
in the social media sphere, but I'd like us both to dive deeper and look into these trends and how they affect our clients and people in this space. Take note that I am also curious about how fast these trends can change because social media today it's so fast. I mean,
Fast and vast.
they change quarterly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even sure how fast they
Yeah.
update the trends. So, Global Social Media Trends Report. Let's look at trend number 1. Building an active online community is no longer optional, guys.
Is no longer optional. Let us repeat that. It's no longer optional. You can't be online and not have an engaged community. And I think that is the hardest to do because it's that part of social media that you can't fully automate. And I know bigger social media influencers or online personalities have teams. They come in droves, not persons, teams that handle their social media engagement for them. And as much as you want to sound as authentic as you can, it can get overwhelming to individually engage to 10 or 100 or even
Yeah.
1,000 followers, right?
Mm.
To actually build real connections and a loyal following, that's what has to happen because your followers want someone real at the other end of that virtual conversation. It's a matter of balance. It's finding your brand voice. Yeah, it's really spending that sacred time to really, really engage with your followers.
I'm glad you raised the issue about spending time because
Mm-hmm.
a lot of business owners nowadays wanted results and they do the algorithm strategy and you
They're the
just
slave to the
uh,
algorithm.
so time is really of the essence here in order for you to build an active community.
Mm-hmm.
Ironically, social media has made it increasingly difficult to build true engagement despite the increasing reach, but we're really seeing platforms rein it in
Mm-hmm.
more and encourage interactions and engagement more than just posting away. Okay, so let's take a look at trend number two. Social media is the future of e commerce. Social media apps are evolving into e commerce platforms where users can buy products right from the app. Talk about efficiency. We've already seen this meteoric growth in the number of TikTok affiliates who are going live on the app selling anything under the sun.
Yeah, but don't sleep on Pinterest though. I mean, it may have a smaller user base than TikTok, but Pinterest, I think, still to some degree, Instagram, they're a major force in driving sales. I mean, these apps, because they're showing products in real life, they support brand influencer partnerships and inspire user generated content. And they even have built in e commerce features like you have that view shop on Instagram. If you're a product based business, you just have to have at least one of these social platforms going for you. I think the beauty of having your shop set up on these platforms is it already skips a step in the customer journey. Because, sure, you want to lead customers to your e commerce site if you have any. But selling on the apps has a higher batting average since you already have a captured user base. The more active users, the bigger your customer base.
Well, speaking of selling, that's the perfect lead into the next trend. Consumers are using social media for customer service. I'm not quite sure if this is a new thing, but
Mm-hmm.
if you're going to be purposeful or direct to using it as a customer service, it can be a plus for you.
Well, just to be clear, when they say something is a trend, it doesn't necessarily have to be new,
Okay.
but it's trending in a direction.
That a lot of people are using it
Yes.
now.
So, yeah, you're correct. Using social media for customer service is not necessarily new, but it's becoming more and more the medium of choice or the channel of choice for customers to engage with their brands or
And
their
yeah, and
businesses.
once it becomes a trend, you know that creators tend to develop certain systems in order for them to be more specific and be more direct
And strategic.
to developing customer service. So it's not just a one liner reply coming
Mm.
from a certain brand. So with social media shopping comes social media customer support. And around 1 to 5 Gen Z, Millennial, and Gen X social media users have contacted the brand through DMs for customer service in the first few months of this year alone. And 76% of social media marketers say their company already offers service on social.
Yeah, I mean, DMs is telemarketing with a digital twist, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I agree because when smartphones replace landlines, and I feel so old saying that you and I used to talk for hours using the house phone, or in fact, we have one right now and
Yeah, we do.
we seldom use it. So when it
We
rings,
never use it.
it was a big
Yeah,
surprise.
it's actually jarring
Yeah,
to hear the
my ears is
landline.
not accustomed
I
to those
know.
analog rings anymore.
It's nerve wracking.
So yeah, because smartphones are predominantly how we communicate and get information. Customers are looking for direct access to support on social media, which is where most of them hang out or spend their time virtually.
And honestly, no hate on AI. I mean, let's be clear. No hate on AI, but I still prefer chatting with an actual business or brand representative at the other end of the line. That's why if I call my credit card company or the bank, I still prefer phone banking over the app. I don't know, for some
I think it's
reason.
because
Is it
of
my age, guys?
it gives the sense of urgency when it's an agent that's going to talk
Hmm.
to you, whereas it's all bots and AIs.
And there's just some things that feel a little too, as you said, bot-ish when they answer your inquiries. And I don't know, I still just prefer talking or chatting with an actual human so I can feel taken care of. But well, maybe that's just me and my geriatric millennial heart.
Well, you know what they say, adapt or die. These trends are trends for a reason. They're indicators of an evolving landscape. But again, you don't have to feel overwhelmed or helpless in the midst of these trends. They're tools that you can use to further your business, so to speak, as long as you stay true to your mission and the core values of your business or why you do what you do, you'll enjoy the process, especially if you have a team that will help you navigate the digital landscape with ease and enjoyment. I think that is the most important thing. That's it for now, but do watch out for our next episode about trends where we talk about threads dubbed as Twitter killer. Wow, very controversial topic, as well as the ever evolving role of micro or nano influencers and content creators.
Thanks for listening to the Declutter Effect. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to our podcast so you never miss an episode. This is Team Dklutr signing off. Take care, stay curious, and bye for now.
The Declutter Effect.